What's up guys, Playing with Karma here, and welcome back to another video in the Harry Potter quiz series. Today we will be taking on a quiz about one of the greats, Albus Dumbledore. We'll be taking the How Well Do You Know Albus Dumbledore, Dumbledore I guess. Um, but the quiz is the Albus Dumbledore quiz. First, before I start, as always, if you want to just let the video play, I will be trying to figure out the answer and walking you through it, telling you where it is in the book, if I know it, obviously, stuff like that. If you don't want to hear me ramble on trying to figure out the answer, feel free just to pause the video when the question and answers come up, answer it yourself, and fast forward to the point in which I show the correct answer. This is just about fun, and that's why I'm here. But yeah, let's get started. So, 28 question quiz will be a little bit longer. Question 1. What is Albus Dumbledore's full name? Albus Percivalus Wolfgang Bernard Dumbledore. Albus Peter Weatherby Barnabas Dumbledore. Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Albus Polonius Wilfrid Bertram Dumbledore. This would be a lot harder if they switched the names, the correct names. So if they did APWBD and then the next one was AWPBD, because who really knows the order in which they are? I do, because I made an acronym out of it. But it is Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. We figure that out for sure in the Order of the Phoenix when he goes to the hearing to support Harry, if you will, be his lawyer, whatever you want to call it. Question 2. Before turning silver, Dumbledore's hair color is auburn, brown, black, or blonde. This is... I'm trying to think of when it's first mentioned. I know it's mentioned in the Half-Blood Prince, because we see flashbacks. When we're going into memories, we see flashbacks of him really young. But the answer is auburn. 3. Which Horcrux does Dumbledore destroy? Gaunt's ring, Hufflepuff's cup, Slytherin's locket, or Riddle's diary? We know that Harry destroys this in the Chamber of Secrets. Dumbledore finds what he thinks is this, but it's really a fake. Hufflepuff cup is found by Harry and Ron and Hermione in Bellatrix Lestrange's vault. And Dumbledore finds Gaunt's ring in Gaunt's cabin. Hut? I don't know what you want to call it. But he destroys it. I like that they put the Petrival coats of arms on there, or the Deathly Hallows. Question 4. Dumbledore's wand contains which magical substance? Unicorn tail hair, dragon heartstring, phoenix tail feather, or thestral tail hair? So this is the Elder Wand. You have to remember, it's not specifically Dumbledore's. I'm guessing as the Elder Wand is in this picture. He obviously had a wand before that, but I'm guessing they're talking about the Elder Wand here. So I'm inclined to say Phoenix Tailfeather because I feel like that just relates to Dumbledore so well, but I know it's not that, and it is in fact a thestral tail hair. It was made by death. The Elder Wand was made out of elder wood and with a thestral tail hair as the core. Question 5. What does Dumbledore love about Muggle magazines? That is not a Muggle magazine. Comic strips, crossword puzzles, gardening supplements, or knitting patterns. This is also in the 6th one, the Half-Blood Prince. He says it when they go and visit Slughorn, when he brings Harry to persuade Slughorn to come to Hogwarts. And it is knitting patterns. Question 6. What shape is the scar above Dumbledore's left knee? The symbol of the Deathly Hallows, a crescent moon, a phoenix in flight, a map of the London Underground. This is in the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, whichever you'd prefer. And they're talking about Harry's scar and Dumbledore says that he wouldn't remove it even if he could, because scars can be quite useful. In fact, he has a scar above his left knee in the shape of the London Underground. Question 7. Select all that apply. Which of the following wizard cracker hats are worn by Dumbledore at Christmas? Which is top hat? Okay, so this is a select all that apply. Yes. I've had problems with these in the past, just not reading it. Which is hat topped with a stuffed vaulter, jester's hat, top hat, or flowered bonnet? We know this one because in the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban, Neville, his Boggart is Snape, and he gets rid of it by dressing it in his grandmother's clothes, which happens to have a stuffed vulture hat, and Snape pulls one at Christmas, and this is what comes out, and Dumbledore laughs or chuckles and puts it on when Snape pushes it away. He never has a jester's hat and never has a top hat, but in the Sorcerer's Stone, I believe, he puts on a flowered bonnet at Christmas time. Yeah, cool. Question 8. How many uses for dragon's blood has Dumbledore discovered? 13, 12, 14, 11. I believe the answer is 12. Oh shoot, I was waiting to submit. Sorry. It's on the back of his Chocolate Frog card. I assume that's what this is, and it's in the Life and Lies of Albus Dumbledore. Somebody claims that they had already found 8 uses when Dumbledore borrowed his notes. Yeah. Anyway, question 9. Who does Dumbledore appoint as Professor Trelawney's replacement? Bane, Ronan, Megorian, or Frenzy? So all 4 of these are the names of the centaurs that we know that live in the Forbidden Forest, but there's only one that is friendly enough with Dumbledore that would work for him. He actually gets banished for pledging his servitude, we'll say, but it is Frenzy. Question 10. What is Albus Dumbledore's favorite flavor of jam? Raspberry, strawberry, black currant, or blackberry? This is in the Half-Blood Prince again. This is when we find out a lot about Dumbledore. That and the Deathly Hallows, so I expect a lot of these questions to be in there. But this is his question for Harry. He tells him when he comes and collects him, saying that he's not a Death Eater. You should ask me what my favorite flavor of jam is, to make sure I'm not a Death Eater in disguise. But the answer is raspberry. Question 11. In which Gringotts vault does Dumbledore keep the Philosopher's Stone? Vault 713, Vault 371, Vault 731, and Vault 317. This is kind of what I was thinking would happen with the Albus, Brian, Wulfric, Percival. Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore. They just have the same numbers, but it's all switched up. But the answer is 713. It's just something that I've heard 1,000 times, and it's just in my brain. It's in the Sorcerer's Stone, obviously, from the question name. Question 12. What form does Dumbledore's Patronus take? It is not that. A pine marten, phoenix, eagle, or lion. This one's pretty easy. It being Dumbledore, everything about him is phoenixes. It is the phoenix. I think we learned that in the Goblet of Fire when he sends it to Hagrid. 13. Select all that apply. Who are Dumbledore's dancing partners at the Yule Ball? Ooh. Madam Hooch, Professor Sprout, Professor McGonagall, Madame Maxime, and Madame Pomfrey. I know Madame Maxime for sure, because they talk about how his wizard hat, which he's not even wearing, he's wearing, I don't know what that is. He's wearing something like that in the book. Barely comes up to her chin. I was trying to think. I don't know if he dances with McGonagall. I know he does in the movie. I don't know if he does in the book. This one's tough. Maybe Sprout? I think it's Sprout or Pomfrey. I think there's only 2 out of this group. I don't think it's Hooch or McGonagall. I'm gonna go with Sprout. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I was trying to, something sounded right about that. I was just trying to rack my brain to make it give me the answer. 14. Which student suggests Dumbledore's army as a name for their secret club? Luna Lovegood, Neville Longbottom, Cho Chang, or Ginny Weasley? So this is an interesting one because Cho Chang actually well, what does she say? I don't remember. She suggested something, and the name is DA, the Defense Association. That's what she suggests. So it is the DA. And then Ginny, I believe, says, "Can we make it Dumbledore's Army, the DA for short, because that's the Ministry's worst fear." And all that is happening in the Order of the Phoenix. Question 15. Who is given permission to call Dumbledore a barmy old codger if he likes? Dobby, Harry Potter, Cornelius Fudge, or Hagrid? This is found out in the Goblet of Fire. There's really no way to beat around the bush. It's Dobby. They're talking about how they can't talk bad about their masters or who they pledge allegiance to. And Dumbledore says, "You can call me whatever you want. You can even call me a barmy old codger if you like." But Dobby doesn't want to call him that. 16. Who says, "I see that being Dumbledore's favorite has given you a false sense of security, Harry Potter"? Igor Karkaroff, Narcissa Malfoy, Rufus Scrimgeour, or Severus Snape? This is definitely something that Snape would say, but he doesn't. I don't like Igor Karkaroff as an answer. That just really, they're never alone, and he would never really say that to him. Rufus Scrimgeour accuses him of being Dumbledore's man through and through, but it is in the Half-Blood Prince that Narcissa Malfoy says, "I see that being Dumbledore's favorite has given you a false sense of security, Harry Potter." They're in Madame Malkin's robe shop, and Harry and Ron are raising their wands at Malfoy, and his mom pops around the corner and says that, amongst other things. 17. Where did the Dumbledore family live before moving to Godric's Hollow? Mold on the Wold, Hag's Glen, Budley Babberton, or Little Hangleton? I actually don't know. It's not Little Hangleton. That is the Tom Riddle thing. I actually have no idea. I'm going to say Mold on the Wold. That was just a guess. It sounded the most right out of the other 3. I wonder if that's in the Deathly Hallows and I just kind of overlooked it when they're talking about Dumbledore moving there. 18. According to Ron's Auntie Muriel, Dumbledore's mother was a half-blood, pureblood, squib, muggleborn. Dumbledore's mother. That's a big cat. Dumbledore's mother. Okay, so she was magical. She accused Ariana, Dumbledore's sister, of being a squib. So I don't think it's squib. I don't know this one either. I'm gonna say half-blood, and I'll give you a reason. Muggleborn. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was thinking half-blood because she has like Native American characteristics, and the picture of her, and I'm assuming Native Americans can be can be wizards, but because she went off away from her tribe or whatever you want to call it, that maybe she was, she had half of a family that wasn't wizard, or that was wizarding, that wasn't the Native Americans, but Muggleborn. Now I know. Question 19. In which book does Albus Dumbledore first mention his brother Aberforth? Goblet of Fire, Deathly Hallows, Order of the Phoenix, or Half-Blood Prince? I know the answer to this. Just trying to think if he doesn't really mention Aberforth in the Deathly Hallows because, he's dead. Half-Blood Prince, he does mention him because he's, quote, friendly with the barman when talking to Tom Riddle, being Aberforth. Order of the Phoenix. I'm trying to think. I'm not entirely sure. The answer is Goblet of Fire. He talks about it when Hagrid is shut up in his hut after the world finds out that he is half giant, and he's afraid everybody will hate him and stuff like that. Dumbledore says something about his brother being persecuted for practicing illegal charms on goats, but he didn't let that get to him, and he's not entirely sure that his brother can read. So those are the things we know about him in the Goblet of Fire. Question 20. Who accuses Harry of being Dumbledore's man through and through? That is not in this book, and I already told you the answer. It is in the Half-Blood Prince, and it is Rufus Scrimgeour. Question 21. Which language is Dumbledore heard speaking during the Triwizard Tournament? Troll, Murmish, Parseltongue, or Gobbledygook? Only two of these is Dumbledore accused of knowing the language to, I think. Not Troll. Anybody can speak Troll. You just point and grunt, according to the Weasley twins. Gobbledygook is Mustache Crouch. He speaks Gobbledygook. That is in the Goblet of Fire. What's his name? I'm sorry, I'm drawing like the head of the magical games. Bagman, is looking for Barty Crouch with some goblins. He's accused of knowing Parseltongue because in all the memories he understands what the Gaunts are saying, but he has heard saying Murmish, or speaking Murmish. Question 22. Who borrows Dumbledore's Deluminator in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? Who borrows Dumbledore's Deluminator? Nymphadora or Tonks, Severus Snape, Alistair Moody, or Arthur Weasley? So this is after they come and collect him from the Dursleys, and only two of them are in that group, being Nymphadora Tonks and Alistair Moody. And this person uses it as its purpose to extinguish the lights once they land in Grimmauld Place. But it is Alistair Moody. Question 23. In total, how many bonus house points does Dumbledore award Harry and Ron at the end of Chamber of Secrets? So, in total, okay. 300, 400, 200, or 100. He awards them 200 points each. So that is a total of 400 points. Question 24. Which object does Dumbledore use to create a Portkey in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? A willow powder teacup, an old boot, an empty tin can, or a blackened kettle. He actually uses two separate objects, one being the head of the wizard statue in the Ministry of Magic. I'm sorry, I'm drawing blanks today. After the Voldemort fight. And the other one being a blackened kettle. The only other one I know of being a Portkey is an old boot, and that's what they take to the Quidditch World Cup. Dang, that's rough today. Question 25. What drink does Dumbledore offer the Dursleys when he arrives to collect Harry? Mead, tea, brandy, or sherry? There's really nothing around it. It's Rosmerta's mulled mead. There's really no explaining it or when it is, because that happens in the Half-Blood Prince. Question 26. What was Dumbledore's role in Hogwarts' first and last performance? What was Dumbledore's role in Hogwarts' first and last performance of the Fountain of Fair Fortune? I don't know what this is. I'll be honest with you. I'm assuming this is something when maybe that he put on when he was headmaster. I'm going to say special effects just because he's the best with magic. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. I'll have to look that up. It's not in any of the books, I don't think. 27. The Tale of the Three Brothers was Albus Dumbledore's favorite bedtime story. But what was Aberforth? This isn't in the book either. Gladys and the Groovy Goat, the Three Billy Goats Gruff, Three Goats in a Boat, Grumble the Grubby Goat. I don't believe this is in the book. I don't think any of these are mentioned as being a book in the Tales of Beedle the Bard. But this one sounds most like a Dr. Seuss type thing, and that's kind of what they're going for, I think. So I'm gonna, Grumble the Grubby Goat. So yeah, 2 in a row I didn't know, but just being able to kind of talk my way through it and got the right answer. Question 28. Select all that apply. Which of the following have been used as passwords to Dumbledore's office? Sugar Quill, Custard Tarts, Acid Pops, Cockroach Cluster, Peppermint Toad, Sherbet Lemon, Toffee Eclairs, and Fizzing Whizbee. Acid Pops in the Half-Blood Prince. Cockroach Cluster in the Order? No, is it the Order of the Phoenix? No, it's the fourth one, Goblet of Fire, I believe. Sherbet Lemon in the Sorcerer's Stone, and Toffee Eclairs in the Half-Blood Prince. I don't know why there's 2 different in the Half-Blood Prince. What? Fizzing Whizbee. I wonder when that is. I'm trying to think of when else he goes to Dumbledore's office. Maybe in, I bet it's Chamber of Secrets, because McGonagall brings him up there. Shoot, I didn't think about all the times he went up there. I was just thinking of what I knew. Shoot. Anyway. We scored a 26 out of 28. It's 92%. Our results is being a highly faithful pet. I'm hoping that's like a student pet. Or teacher's pet, rather. You have shown quiz skills beyond anything we could have expected. You know Albus so well. Are you sure you aren't Fox the Phoenix? I feel like Fox would have got all of them, right? Anyway, so that's the video. As always, if you enjoyed, please press that like and subscribe button. It gives shows me that you guys are enjoying the videos. Gives me the motivation that I like to have to do these. I will continue to do these hopefully every week, but I'm going out of town soon for 10 days, so probably gonna miss 1, maybe 2, and with Christmas coming up and all that stuff. I don't know. There's not really a schedule, but I'd like to get up at least 1 a week. If you have any questions about where I got an answer or how I got an answer, please just leave a comment down in the comment section down below. Also, if you have a quiz that you'd like me to take on Pottermore, please leave just the title as well. And as always, if you want to take some of these yourself, just go to thewizardingworld.com. There's a option in the top left. It'll be about up here. And then just go down to quizzes, and there'll be a list of a bunch of quizzes. I will be making my own quizzes relatively soon. Once I start the books over, I'm almost done with Half-Blood Prince right now. So once I get through Deathly Hallows and go back to the Sorcerer's Stone. I'll be making my own quizzes. So look out for those on the community tab of my YouTube channel. And I think that's it. I will see you guys next time.